I'm China,
And I'm Brandy.
and you are tuned into Five Good Things podcast today. And today is National Read Across America Day, and it's also National Women's History Month. So it's only appropriate that today we have a phenomenal woman, Lena Dodley, who is the author of Peanut Butter and Jelly Kids Family Time. So, hi, Lena.
Hi, ladies. How are you today?
Thank you for coming. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
And so I've had the opportunity to read the book,
Yeah, and I've read it to my son several times lately. He loves it.
and
Awesome.
so if you could just give us a little background on how you even got started, with this book journey.
Well, as a little girl, one day I was riding in the car with my parents, and I had a Bible in the back. And I asked my mom, I said, why are so many names in the Bible? And she let me know that that the people were dead. And I'm like, well, why are they in there? And she said, well, they did good things, and this is how we'll remember them. And in my mind, even at that early age, I remember saying, well, I want to be remembered when I'm gone. So I eventually want to have my name in a book.
Right.
So fast forward, I was at a church service in early 2000, and a pastor, Bishop Richard Rose from Texas, he called me up. And he said, hey, you, come here. And I was like, because this is my first time visiting a church. And he's like, yeah, get up here. And so I went up, he gave me a word, and him and his wife, they prayed over me, and he told me I was going to be doing some great things. And they blessed me. Fast forward 15 more years, I was in the living room with my granddaughter and my two great nephews, and I was calling them by their names. And then it was like my heart started beating and something jumped in my spirit. This is my book, Peanut Butter and Jelly Kids, because that's all of their names.
Okay, so
That's
they're
so
little,
cool.
they're love names that you give them. Okay. And so then tell me about, were you intimidated? I mean, like you said, God gave you this,
Yes.
and so when He first gave you the message that you were going to be writing, did you feel intimidated at all? Talk a little bit about that.
I wasn't intimidated, but I was nervous, but it felt right. You know how when you do something, and like I knew when I was a little girl I wanted to be a mom. So I was like, it was the same feeling that it felt right. So when I wrote the book in one day, and within a couple of hours, and I turned it in that same week to a publishing company, and they accepted it.
Okay.
I knew it was right.
In regards to you said that the book is about your grandchildren and
My granddaughter and my two great
your
nephews.
two great nephews. Talk about how you planned out the process. Like you came up with the concept. You said you wrote it in a day,
I wrote it in
but
a day.
walk us through that process.
It was like watching a TV show. Everything that I was given, I didn't have to think about it. It was literally from the beginning, from the title, all the way from the beginning to the end. It was like me watching TV. Each scene was played out as I was writing it, and I didn't have to think about it because it was blessed. And that's all I can say. I don't, some people say they have to think. Some people have to go to a quiet place. It just drops in my spirit, and I just write.
Awesome, that's wonderful. And tell us about the book for those of us who haven't read the book, which we have, and it's an awesome book. Tell our listeners about the book. What can they expect? The characters.
My goal for this book is a Grandma Jelly series, and my goal is to fill up Barnes and Noble, Amazon, the whole world with a book with traditional values, but it can still reach the youth of today. Because I think some of the old stuff is lost, or how the kids know how to listen to, the parents and everything. But also to teach the kids how to be creative, how to use spoons, knives, forks, just being able to use things in the house versus being on the computer all the time. I want to show the kids how to be kids again and maybe forget about the world. And at the end of the book, there's a recipe. There'll always be a recipe from a family member or a friend, because they say it takes a village to raise the children. Well, I want to make sure the village is included in my book. So I'm recruiting family and friends with the book, with recipes, and each parent or adult can interact with the child in the end and have a memorable moment.
And in regards to the characters in the book, tell us a little bit about the characters in the book.
Well, you got the main character, which is my granddaughter, Jelly. And even though she's older now, I can pick up on her personality. And she's the type of girl who's strong, she's independent, she's a leader, but she's also very artistic and creative. Butter, he's full of energy. That's my great nephew, Thaddeus. He's full of energy. He loves Taekwondo, which Thaddeus does love. He loves peanut butter, well, the chicken nuggets. That's his favorite food, and he loves the color red.
Okay.
So all of these are not made up. Nothing's made up. It's actually the character of the character of the character.
Gotcha.
Then Peanut, he's the youngest, and he loves music. And if you ever see him on my YouTube videos or Instagram, he'll be bopping around and he loves to sing. But in the book, I have him playing drums. So my goal is to have him playing drums when he gets older.
Okay.
So I already gave him a little drum so he can already start beating on.
Nice. And what's the age group or for this book? What is the target?
The age group for the first book is 5 to 9, but each book that when it comes out, I'm going to target different age groups because I want to be able to grab a hold of each generation.
Okay.
I don't want to leave any kids out.
That's
Cool.
right. That's right. And again, I can say I read the book, and I think I might have mentioned to you earlier when I first read it that like the characters just came alive, like they just really like jumped off the page to me. I could totally like see them in motion, and it was just very enjoyable. So for those of you who haven't had a chance, please go and get the book. The book is available at, I know, Barnes and Noble.
Barnes and Noble, iTunes, Nook Book, Amazon. It's being sold all over the world right now.
Yeah, so please, support our local authors. It is National Women's History Month. Lena Dottie is a phenomenal woman, and we want to support her. I didn't know if you had any questions you wanted to ask Lena as well.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to add on that, you were talking about it being for all kids.
Yes.
And I do want to let the listeners know as well, my son, he can't read yet. So even if your child can't read it to them, because that really just promotes them to read books themselves and just helps their imagination.
Oh, definitely.
And her book is full of just like, it's so colorful, and I feel like my son really loves it. So.
And then I have the Christmas books coming out.
Oh, tell us about
It's
this.
going to be Peanut, Butter, and Jelly Kids, Christmas story. And this time they're going to have a special character. Her name is Ollie. And Ollie's going to have a red tambourine.
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh.
And you said this is Christmas.
This is
so
a Christmas story.
You hear
Yes.
that? Christmas time.
Tambourine.
Yes.
Thinking of some
Ollie
gifts.
Yes.
So that's at least 2 books that can be given away as gifts during the holiday season,
Yes.
or really any other time for that matter. So,
And then I have a limited edition doll, a jelly doll that's going to be also coming out.
okay, tell us a little bit about this doll.
The jelly doll is from the character from the book, and she's a beautiful doll. She has her little powder puff, little braids on top of her head, and there's only going to be 50 to 100 made. It just depends on, I'm already at 50, so
Good.
if we get another 50 requests, but that's it,
So
and then we're
limited.
going to wait on
Okay.
supplying any more dolls.
So like a special edition.
Special edition doll. She's going to have her accessories also.
Oh,
Some
accessories. So
yes.
she's gonna be a fancy.
Yeah, she's a fancy doll because my jelly is fancy.
That's right.
So what did Jelly say when she saw the doll?
She hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, when will the big reveal be?
It'll be this fall by
Oh my
October.
goodness!
Awesome.
Wow. And I know
I'm
that
excited.
I know that your granddaughter has to be excited, even though she's young.
Mhm.
I mean, just the idea. How does she respond to the book?
She just bounces around, and then when I play the music, because it's on YouTube, when I play the music, the kids just bop around, and they just love to listen to the music because it is a cartoony sound, and I think that's something else that grabs a hold of the children is the music.
So how can they YouTube it? Is it just peanut butter and jelly?
Peanut Butter and Jelly Kids, or
Okay.
they can also type in my name, Lena Dodley. and
Okay,
it'll
cool.
pop up.
That's wonderful. And is there anything else? Because you have an Instagram page.
I have Instagram. I'm on Facebook. And that's it so far.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll be listening and reading and trying to find more information about you. You guys, please, support Lena Dodley. It is National Read Across America Day, March 2nd. So be sure to pick up her book. She gave you the information on where you can pick it up, and we will also add a list on our podcast page. You can also go to goodinkmag.com. So just be on the lookout for her book and be sure to support it. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
I just wanted to say thank you to you ladies for giving me this opportunity, because sometimes you take things for granted, and I don't want to take any opportunity for granted. So I just want to say thank you.
Well, thank you.
And a special thank you to all my readers who have supported me so far. It's been phenomenal.
Well, thank you. And, just you being on this show today is supporting us. So it's reciprocal. So we thank you, and for sharing. I mean, you have a gift, so we definitely want to give a voice to all gifts. So thank you.
And what better day to talk about children's books than on Dr. Seuss's birthday?
That's
right.
True. That is true.
Isn't that
And that's
awesome?
what, I remember that when I was a little girl. Actually, it was the old woman in the shoe, but yeah, the nursery rhymes. You can't ever forget those.
Yeah, and just think, like 20 years from now, people will be talking about Lena Dodley like Dr. Seuss. Come on now.
That is
Come on, someone.
Yes.
That's right. Yes.
That's
we
right.
said it.
Yes.
It's spoken into existence.
That's right.
There it is.
Exactly.
So, yes, totally stand in agreement with that.
Amen.
All right.
Yes.
Amen. And on that note, then we will be breaking at this segment, and we'll be coming to you with our trend segment. So thanks for tuning in.
All right.
Yay.